Grubbs, who was very gallant in his display, as we take a look at Benny Hurd, the winner. Joe Grubbs is making his way to his feet. Tough young man who fought, who wanted to get it done, and we're right on top of it. Those fine pictures that you're seeing right now are by Chris Mitchell, one of our cameramen. And the medical staff here for the Georgia State Athletic Commission are all on it.
That might work.
Dr. Blake,
That might work.
the fight doctor, the chief physician in charge, are working it out.
That might work.
Your concern is for Joe Grubbs because your concern has to go to Joe Grubbs because he gave up such a tremendous performance only to come up on the losing end. But the man who's happy, and I'm talking about after coming out of prison, is Benny Hurd. What was it like getting your first victory after having your stint in prison? You're much younger, time was on your side. You were able to get a break within the legal system. But for a young man like this, or I shouldn't say a young man, but an elder man such as Benny Hurd, how much does this mean to him?
Oh, it's a big motivating factor for him in his life, for him to come home after all of those years and pursue a dream. I mean, this is a big moment for him, I'm pretty sure, as it was for me as well. I mean, the words can't convey, I mean, what this means, coming home and to pursue a dream and believe in yourself and believe in your dream and to come out and perform well. I mean, like I say, words can't say, you know, what this means to Benny Hurd.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have what we call a winner. It went into the fourth round. Joe Grubbs gave us one heck of a fight, but you've got to give credit to credit is due, and I'm talking about Benny Hurd. Joe Grubbs fought back. He fought so hard, he didn't have anything left in the tank. Let's go up to our ring announcer who has the time of the knockout, the one and only Osei, who's going to give us the information. Once, of course, Yahya McClain, our promoter extraordinary, and you know, a lot of folks are happy right now. Joe Grubbs is back onto his feet, and Grubbs has gotten to the middle of the ring with Benny Hurd. You know what? This was a classic fight. You talk about drama, this fight had it. And one guy who wants to talk is Yahya McClain. Listen up. This has been a moment.
Make some noise for a hell of a fight, though.
Getting a lot of love right now. Benny Hurd. A lot of friends, a lot of family. And they're excited about what he has done and the way he did it.
We still have the title fight.
Let's go to O'Shea, who is ready to give up the final numbers of the fight.
Yeah, we excited. Our main event is taking place.
Yeah, baby, say something to the people. I want to thank everybody for your help. First, I want to thank God first.
We got to make it official. We're going to get for the scorecard. At 2:15 in the fourth round, our winner by KO, representing Elvis in Georgia. Show your love for Benny Hurd.
Benny Hurd, your winner. We'll come back with much more of Absolute Boxing. And when we come back, I'll go one-on-one with the two men who are about to fight. You see him there. I'm talking Jose Roman and Troy Wilson. An interview with both of them about a fight that went down a month ago. A fight in which someone was a winner but looked like a loser, and someone was a loser and looked like a winner. It's Roman and Wilson. When we come back, they'll talk about it with me.
It bothered me a whole lot to see that I really won the fight and they give it to the wrong guy.
I didn't feel justified of that win. I'm going to be real about it.
If you can give it, can you take it? And overhand right that time by Roman. Got a knockdown in the fight. It appeared to be a right uppercut by Rohan Wilson. And as you can see, he's landing some big punches right now. And Hillman appears to be in trouble. Hillman takes another shot. Hillman goes down. Another right hand that time. And there it is, another knockdown. Doesn't look like he's getting up at all. We're back here for Absolute Boxing. Ronnie Duncan along with Rico Hoy. You know, Rico Hoy, I had an opportunity to sit back and talk with Jose Roman. We talked about the fight and how he had to deal with it. He was very sad. He went back home to Jacksonville, Florida, and all he did was think about a fight he thought was his, but the judges took away. Here is Jose Roman talking about Troy Wilson. What happened in the last fight?
Well, I was overconfident, man. I thought I was going to go in there and take him out, and his movement threw me off, and his weight, putting the weight on me when he had me on the ropes, threw me off big time. So, I mean, tonight is going to be a different story. I mean, tonight I'm prepared.
You walked out of the ring disappointed in the last fight. And in walking out of that ring disappointed in the last fight, you felt like you got robbed. You've seen the fight. You've evaluated it. Did you get robbed?
I felt I won the first four rounds, and I mean, if they really wanted a rematch so bad, they could have called it a draw. But he did not win the whole fight. I mean, there's a lot of flaws that I've done in the fight, but for them to give him the fight the way they did, it was wrong.
What happens tonight?
Tonight is gonna be a more relaxed fighter. Combinations, straight punches. Ain't gonna be no looping, overhand punches. It's gonna be an effective fighter, and I'm gonna be sitting down on my punches, and I'm gonna take him out.
When you have a record of 10-16, like Jose Roman, they look at you as an opponent. Do you resent that, and are you gonna make him pay?
Yes, I do. Most of my fights, they look at me as an opponent because of my record, but they don't sit down and look at the people that I fought. I mean, never been knocked out, so thanks the Lord to that. But it's gonna be a different story. I mean, just stay tuned for the fight tonight, and you see. You see.
One final question. How much did this last performance bother you? How much has Jose Roman not been able to sleep? When you went back to Jacksonville, were you snapping at people in reference to what had happened? I mean, the long ride home, the trip home, and all you could think about for the last 35 days, Troy Wilson, Troy Wilson, Troy Wilson.
It hurt me a lot. I went out that night after the fight, and I couldn't really enjoy myself. I went out for about 20 minutes, and I said, you know, I'm heading back to the hotel. I don't feel right. It bothered me a whole lot to see that I really won the fight and they give it to the wrong guy. But once I got back home, it was something else. I was snapping at my girl. I was snapping at everybody that was talking about the fight. I just didn't want to talk about the fight. But when it came down to being in the gym, it was more focused on taking Troy Wilson's head off. And that's what I'm going to do.
Do you think Troy Wilson is too confident this time? I mean,
yes.
Let's face it. I mean, there's one thing that you told me, and let's be honest, Jose. You said, Ronnie, he's in shape.
Oh, yes. Yes. He looks like he's in shape. I mean, trash talk he did last night was wonderful. I mean, I liked it. I just hope he really comes in shape. I mean, he was underweight. So I just hope he's ready. I hope the trainers really trained him, or he really put time in the gym, because I'm coming for him. I'm coming.
Who's Jose Roman's worst enemy?
Oh, Troy Wilson right now.
Is it
Troy
Jose
Wilson.
Roman, though? I mean, you told me sometime, man, I was just taking it for the money. Now you recognize that you're not just a money fighter anymore.
Yes.
You have potential not to upset people,
yes.
but if you put it together
If you plant your feet